Brought to you by PlayStation Vue, the new live TV service now available on your PlayStation. Over 100 channels, no annual contract. Game the system.
If someone told you, deliver us the moon, you would pretty much have to do it. It's such a commanding title, so evocative. And here on the show floor at South by Southwest, it's certainly grabbing attention. I'm Chris Waters here on the front lines talking to Chris, developer of Deliver Us the Moon. Chris, what do you mean when you tell me to deliver you the moon? Because I'm ready to do it.
Well, actually the situation in the game is pretty much, well, it's going down right now. All of Earth's natural resources are pretty much depleted, and you're the last rogue astronaut that says, you know what, I'm going to go to the moon, I'm going to solve this problem by myself, I'm going to be exploring all of these abandoned bases on the moon because all these astronauts are being sent by the Worldwide Space Agency to the moon in order to conduct research there. But because of circumstances, they had to come back. And this is actually taking place exactly 100 years after the Apollo landing. And well, word just got out that it looks like we have no resources left. We're going to go extinct. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't like that idea.
No, it doesn't sound okay to me.
Exactly. So yeah, you know, the player takes up the role of this rogue astronaut that doesn't like the idea either and is going to go for it.
Okay, so you've got a moon full of these derelict bases. You're trying to figure it all out. What people were doing there, you're sort of get them back on track. For the player experience, you're sort of exploring. How open is the exploration between these different bases?
Well, it's actually going to be very open as possible. We want to call this actually an open world game, but it's actually more of a semi-open world game because you're going to be managing your resources like oxygen, and this limits sort of your reach of being able to travel around the moon, for example. Because of the game is going to be released episodically, constantly we're going to be building up new bases and new zones on the moon to make it bigger and have more places to go and explore. So constantly the game becomes bigger and there are like new places to explore. So it becomes bigger and bigger. It's up to you where you want to go.
Now, watching people play the demo here, it's a very solitary experience. You know, you're sort of this lone astronaut, like you were saying. But there's also this tension, you were saying, of sort of resource management. There's only so much oxygen. You're not running around the moon breathing air. So what kind of atmosphere are you trying to create with Deliver Us the Moon?
Yeah, it needs to be this very serious, sort of dramatic experience out there because it's very, very solitary, as you said before. You're just going to have one friend down there. There's actually that little robot that he's handing in his hands. That's Ace. He's going to be like your little guide, and together you'll be having this experience. So you're not completely alone. But there's like constantly a clock ticking out there. You have oxygen to manage, you have energy, you have power, you have maybe something is trying to get you out there that you don't know before, you know? So who knows what's going on the moon that has been like desolate because of all this research has been going on for all these years, and now for the last few years nobody was there. So who knows what has happened in the meantime, you know?
Very cool. I gotta say, Ace, bearing a strong resemblance to his ancestor, Space Cube, right? From Portal 2, the guy who's just super thrilled to be in space. It's nice to see that Space Cube found someone to reproduce with.
Well, yeah, he definitely made a great job because he's super cute.
All right, now, so Deliver Us the Moon. What platforms are you guys aiming to release? When are you aiming to release? And also, I see you're going for VR as well.
Very good question. Well, we're definitely going to release the game on PC through Steam. It's going to come out on the Xbox One. We're trying to get the game out on the PS4 as well, but no guarantees for now on that. We're looking into also having Mac and Linux support for the game, and we're definitely looking into making this game VR compatible.
All right, Chris, Deliver Us the Moon. Very cool title, cool looking game. Thanks for chatting with us here at South by Southwest.
See you guys.